Alright guys, this is Jerningham here. It looks like a lot of people are finding it kind of tough and rough in Wigan, UK, with the coronavirus rules. Pubs may have to close for schools to reopen as coronavirus cases rise in ITV News. Now, surely, you wouldn't think a pub would have to close to a school to open. It seems a bit daft. But anyway, couldn't make it any more real, this news, but we're going to play it and see what happens. See what people say on the news.
The pints are still being pulled, but in Wigan, this bar is already
Wigan UK
with the latest local restrictions on who can meet for a drink. So even the tentative suggestion they could have to close again in a trade-off with schools fills the owner with dread.
It would set me back a long way, definitely. With the investment that we put into the place, obviously, we would lose stock. I mean, it could essentially put me out of business.
People here woke up this morning to a weekend of cancelled plans. Among 4 million people across parts of the north of England now subject to a ban on households mingling inside. The Rollins family, on their way home from a staycation further south, had planned lunch in the grandparents' garden. A socially distanced coffee in the park had to suffice.
We've still been able to do what we wanted to do today, which was the important thing. It's just not in the same setting. It's a bit more personal if you're in somebody's garden, but the worst thing for me is that you can't give them a hug, but you couldn't give them a hug in the garden anyway.
The new divides in people's freedoms are summed up on this street. Half of it in Greater Manchester subject to local restrictions, the other half not. It's left Stuart on the wrong side of that line, facing trade-offs of his own.
We're now faced with the problem of whether we can go to work or not, because we've got a child to look after, so we've got to decide whether to break the rules and put our child with our grandparents, one who lives in West Lancs, one who also lives in the borough of Wigan. So probably we're being unfairly punished for others not following the rules.
At this beauty salon, they also feel singled out after they were prevented from resuming facial treatments today.
We'd get them all booked back in and then they're all cancelled, so you just don't know if you're coming or going with it. What are you going to have that money, are you not going to have that money? So it's just disappointing.
Different sectors, different areas, the effects of coronavirus have never been equal. But if infection rates continue to creep up, there may be more tough choices about who can do what. Ben Chapman, ITV News, Wigan.
Well, this coronavirus seems to be spreading everywhere across the UK. It's in many more places, as people know. It's spread it to already, so it's gone to Wigan now. Where will it go next? Thank you for joining me in this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Peace.